Be sure to smash upon the like button, let a friend or a neighbor know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Happy Friday to you and you. And shout out to all of the notification squad. I really appreciate you guys so much. Appreciate you guys. All right. Cowboys, Tony Pollard, the real unknown. There are known knowns and there are known unknowns, right?
Simply because you don't have evidence that something does exist does not mean that you have evidence that
We're going to talk about this briefly. We don't have to dive too much into this. But I'm going to tell you guys, one way or another, the Cowboys going to be okay, right? Mama said there'll be days just like this. Come on. One thing we all adore, something worth dying for. There's nothing but pain, we stuck in this game, searching for fortune and fame. Mic check, 1. Mic check, 2. Bring it up just a little bit more right here, yeah. About right here, yeah. Let's get it. 5. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yep. Come on. What's good with you guys so much? Thank you guys so much for tuning in. The name is Law Nation. Let me know if you guys can hear me clearly. Thank everybody that's on the Facebook, the YouTubes, as well as Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Roku devices, and Amazon. I really appreciate you guys so much for helping the nation grow. All right, so in this episode, we're going to talk a little bit about Tony Pollard. Are there reservations? Should there be reservations? I would tell you clearly that there shouldn't be reservations, but based upon the Cowboys organization, we like to leave no stone unturned. Last year around this time, we had something similar like a Michael Gallup coming off of an injury. And these are two different injuries, by the way. Bones tend to, when you break them, they heal. They don't get broken again. You're stronger, right? So this would be a situation that is different from the ACL. But injuries are injuries, and you don't want to be retroactive. You want to be proactive. And we've seen guys come out and talk about this before. I want to wait for the room to fill up a little bit more before we go into details. I appreciate y'all so much. Let me know if y'all got the notification.
Give me my theme music.
Let me know if y'all got the notification.
Give me my theme music.
Come on, y'all. Let me know if you got the notification.
Give me my theme music.
Come on, man. All right. Yes. Yes. Let the room fill up a little bit more. Appreciate you, Revel. Appreciate you, Luis Diaz. Appreciate you, Leon. What's good, man? I hope all is well. Shout out to everybody who's off for the weekend and everything, getting everything together. Happy Friday to you all. I hope that you guys also got the Mother Days things in order too, right? So yeah, Candace, appreciate you. Happy Friday to you, and shout out to you, Ryan. Thank you. All right, so let's get it. Let's just start, and then people can tune in and rewind. Gang can watch the rest of it. So let's not delay it anymore. So before I go into details of what Emmitt Smith said, right, and before we go and listen to what some of the players said, by them practicing out there and playing baseball and everything, that's good. Let's talk about this value situation. The value of Jalen. We got a lot of Jalens on this team all of a sudden. Jalen is a popular name. I guess it was very popular in 1999, 2000, 2001, and 2, right? A lot of Jalens on this planet. Let me know if you guys know of any Jalens in your family or, your son named Jalen or what have you. Let me know. And Jalen Cropper is a guy that we can all look back and say, All right, he was an undrafted guy. He's 5'11", close to 6 foot. He's a 4'4" guy, right? He shows you some wiggle at the top of his route. He's a guy that I can say to you all, he's aggressive. He will be a slot wide receiver on this level. I think that the Cowboys got them a gem out of him. He can find a soft spot in the zone. He have to work on his drops, though, well, catches, because he tends to drop the ball a lot. But I think that if you get him in a comfortable situation, deep overs, your drags, your underneath routes, even your tunnel, your bubble screens, you can utilize this kid. Now, I've read some of you guys' comments down below on the video, and a lot of you guys say, hey, Law, hey, stop hyping these kids up. He's going to ride the pine or what have you. And I get all of that. And of course, we can bring out Miss Piggy. You know, we can butter her up and, you know, and talk about, yes, just because you put the lipstick on a pig don't make it pretty. But what I can say is that there are things that you can see out of a wide receiver at the top of the route that you can say, man, regardless of the level of competition, that's wiggle, right? Hey, regardless of the level of competition, he can create separation. And now you can not force yourself to look at it as an isolated situation, but you can look at it as a situation whereas, hey, this guy now, he don't have to be the end-all, be-all. He can slide right on in. You got Brandon Cooks on the team. Excuse me, you got C.D. Lamb. You got other guys that teams got to focus and put their concentration on. So when we start talking about mismatch game, right, hear me out, put the pig away, hear me out. And when you start talking about mismatch game, right, there are only so many people on the football field. And if you can demand a guy like a linebacker or a safety over the top on your tight end and you slide in this guy, what did that do for your overall defense, right? From the offensive perspective, what do that do for your defense, right? It's all about X's and O's. And if the Cowboys front office can look at what Will McClay got in mind and the players see that, keep this in mind. The players see what the coach is trying to display, right? Meaning that these guys got high ceilings. And if what you're trying to do here, if the coaches can elevate them to their highest peak, shoo, it absolutely can be a situation good for us, right? All right, so also, let's just switch back over to running back, and we'll get on up out of here. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. All right, so when we talk about running back, the Cowboys made a draft pick for a guy by the name of Deuce Vaughn. We know that he got burst. We know that he got acceleration. We know his COD is crazy, change of direction. He brings all of that to the table. We know that he can either be a guy that you can flex into the slot position and be a slot receiver. He can do those things, and he's a guy that got wiggle. He's small, 5'6", can hide behind the guard, especially if you're pulling your guards, right? I think that there's going to be more pin to pull with your centers, your guard, your athletic guards, by the way. And that's why they were talking about, the front office was talking about, yeah, if Terrence Steele get back, we might put him in at that left guard spot. Why is that possible? Well, you want your guards to be flexible, and you want most tackles are more athletic than guards, right? So in this particular situation and scheme, you may see that your guards run a little bit more. You may see them not required to anchor down and be in pass sets more, right? So you may see more of your pulling. You may see more of a guy out there in front of the linebackers from your guard spot. And that's something that you can look back at why they drafted a Sim, right? You can look back at why they picked up Chuma Edoga, who, dare I say, was a third-round draft pick by the Jets. That was a tackle, right? So now you look at all of those things, and what you want to do is create avenues and alleyways and pockets for your running back to get space. And if you got space eaters like a Deuce Vaughn, if you got space eaters like a Tony Pollard, even Rojo, he can freak it a little bit and get some yards and wiggle if you have a little space in front of him. And that's what it's about, Cowboy Nation. I think that the Cowboys will utilize X, Y, and Z so that they can get those things together. And is there something that we can all sit back and say, hey, Law Nation, this running back room is going to be doomed. Why? Because we don't have a power back. And I banged on the table and I said this before. Who's the power back for the Kansas City Chiefs? Who's the power back for the Eagles? Those were the two teams that made it to the Super Bowl. Granted, the Chiefs won the Super Bowl, and we all appreciative of that. But who were their power backs, right? No one. So if you figure out a way to utilize and use these guys, yes, it can happen for them. All right, so let's go and listen to what one of the greatest running backs I've seen, right? And probably you can all say the greatest running back that ever graced the NFL had to say about this, about Tony Pollard. And I'm going to say this loosely, shout out to, the other running backs like Barry Sanders, like, Walter Payton, all of those boys, Jim Brown, yes. But this dude is one of the most disrespected running backs of all time, Emmitt Smith. Because everybody, mama, uncle, cousin say, well, hey, it was because of the offensive line, the reason why Emmitt Smith ran so gracefully, right? Well, when Emmitt didn't run, right, I didn't see Sherman Williams eat it up, right? I didn't see the other running backs just eat it up. So there got to be something along the way, whereas we got to say, hey, Emmitt was Emmitt. You know what I'm saying? He was a necessary evil to the opposition. A lot of people try to discount the brother, but he did exactly that. Pacheco was a power back. Nah. You got to go back and look at some more of that tape there. But I feel you, though. I feel you. All right, but neither here nor there. All right, let's listen to this right here.
Dallas need to.
Can y'all hear?
Bring Zeke back if they can. With the uncertainty of Pollard being able to come back and being the Tony Pollard that we all know, that is yet to be seen. Until that has proven itself out and he's healthy enough to get out there and carry the football and be some form of who he used to be, that is my biggest concern. No disrespect to Malik Davis, no disrespect to Deuce Vaughn. But Deuce Vaughn and Malik Davis and no Tony Pollard presents a major challenge for the Dallas Cowboys offense.
So basically, Emmitt is saying, hey, bring back Zeke so that we have a security blanket because we don't know. Here's the craziest thing about running backs in general. They're going to all look good. They all going to look good during training camp, OTAs, spring camp, whatever it may be that's out there now, especially preseason. You can say that they all going to look good. Why, Law? Because in preseason, you're going to get a little vanilla, right? But through training camp, OTAs, the Oxnard trip and everything, you can't hit those running backs. There's not going to be, hey, this is what will absolutely happen if the big boy linebacker shoot through the A-gap. This is what's really going to happen. He's going to block. No. So we don't know. So that's why it's the area or the land of the unknown. A third of the people that's watching right now, they was pretty much banging on the table saying, put Alfred Morris in 2016. Let Alfred Morris eat, man. Zeke, he's fumbling the ball. He's not hitting the hole properly, right? It took Zeke about week 3 before you got a chance to really see who even Ezekiel Elliott was, right? And he was a 4th overall draft pick during that time. So running backs always give you that lane of unknown. On top of that, I don't see a heavy dosage of Tony Pollard in OTAs and training camp, whereas he's going to get hit and see if he's going to bounce back up, nor preseason. We're not going to see a lot of that. So we're going to go in there blindly with the Ray Charles vision. We probably won't be able to see it all, until week 1, week 2, week 3. And even if week 1 shows a little, terrible for us, you can't throw the baby out with the bathwater then because it's a build-up moment, right? Appreciate you, Jose. Says, what's up, Law? Happy to finally contribute. Can't wait to see highlights of 5'5" Deuce Vaughn breaking tackles, ankles. Let's go. Let's get it. Appreciate you.
Damn.
I thank you for your support. I think that, Deuce will give us a little of that, and it will be a situation and scenario that we will all look back and say, hey, let's go. Yes, indeed. Let's go, man, when he breaks one down. And when they get tired of Tony Pollard, you see the rotation, Rojo, you see the rotation, Malik Davis. You see all of that. I feel you, never wanted Alfred Morris, one-dimensional running back. This is from Rolo. Shout out to you, Rolo. But what I'm saying is collectively, from the temperature of the fan base during that time frame, and of course, we can't lean and gear off of what the fans feel because, I said just yesterday, fans is short for fanatics. So you got fanatical people out there, right, that will fall in love with the next person just like that, just because they got the silver and blue on. I get all of that. Shout out to you, Tavis Banks. Appreciate you, fam. I want to use Deuce like Sproles, right? Like Sproles himself. Played on 3 different teams? Could have been 4. Played for the Chargers. It was him, LaDainian Thomas. And who remember that connection? Really good. And then I think, didn't Sproles start off with the Chargers? Help me out, y'all. Because Sproles lasted a long time in the National Football League. And then Sproles also played for the Saints, right? Or played with the Saints, didn't he? I could be off. Did he play with the Saints? But we do remember the Eagles Sproles, right? But everybody, mama, uncle, cousin can let you guys know right now, we don't have a LT on this team. They can let me know like, Law, we don't have a LaDainian Thomason over here, right? And Sproles was still effective there, right? Chargers, Saints, Eagles. Appreciate you. Clebo, appreciate you, fam.
Damn.
See, y'all be following. Y'all love football. Y'all don't like football. Yes. So, yes, he Chargers 15-year career, 2 Pro Bowls. Dang, he only made 2 Pro Bowls? That's a shame. He should have had more. Sproles was that dude. He was that dude. And then we seen similar backs like Sproles. Like the Eagles got a guy, and I'm not saying that he is, but he kind of runs similar. Boston Scott, right? He's a guy, smaller guy that runs downhill, shifty, smaller, and get in the backfield. And it was another guy, and y'all help me out. I think his name was Scott too, played for the Chargers. I think he came right after Sproles. He was small too. But Deuce Staley, yeah. Sorry, 3 Pro Bowls, right. Appreciate you, fam. 3 don't seem like it's enough too, right? He should at least have 5 of them, J. SoCal, Turpin is gone. Here's my thoughts on Cavante Turpin. I think that collectively some people got sour grapes about Cavante Turpin because of the playoff game. Like he literally, I mean, come on, man, just fight to the edge, that's touchdown. I mean, you cut back inside. What's your vision at, man? Come on, And what they failed to realize, Cavante Turpin, he literally went from MVP at USFL, had like a week and a half off, and the Cowboys called him up and said, hey, we want you to play again. So I'm not giving this dude bevies of excuses, by the way. But it felt to me that, mental rest is a necessary thing for him. And he started pressing. He started pressing a little bit. And when you press a little bit, you play out of your element. When he was doing a little too much, when we didn't need him to do. So that's where you get the fumbles. That's where you get the changing of the momentum, the Texans game. And he did another fumble and a whole bunch of other stuff. So Austin Eckler, still in for Deuce. Yeah. Deuce Staley. You guys are looking up some other names. Sproles was 5'6", 189. Woody. It was another dude. I'm talking about way back in the days. I ain't talking about Austin Eckler as it relates to modern day, but as it to this past year. But I think that the moment they got rid of Sproles, they had another guy. He was small and tiny too. He didn't last as much as or as long as Sproles in the league, but he was another smaller guy. MJD, Maurice Jones-Drew for the Jags. I just think they call him pocket hamster. He didn't like that name. Maurice Jones-Drew was a guy that is he was like a small Jerome Bettis over there, man. I would put Deuce Vaughn in the same wheelhouse as a Warwick Don. You know what I'm saying? Y'all remember him? You know, maybe in somewhere along those ways. I know Warwick was a whole lot taller, a little bit taller, and a little bit bigger, but I'm putting him into that type of running back type of thing. You know, was it Matthews? It was somebody. It could have been somebody, but I'm gonna look him up. You know, Cole Beasley, 5'8", 174. Man, yeah. Barry Sanders. I didn't know Sanders was 5'8". Yeah. So, you know, what I'm saying is basically that the running back situation is different. And here's Emmitt in a longer soliloquy about this. Let's listen to him right quick.
All this talk about our running backs, we've passed
I'm gonna look
them
it up.
by, and the position isn't what it used to be when you were playing. They're not as valuable. You shouldn't pay them as much. And yet we see a couple get selected in the first 12 picks of the draft. Emmitt, how are you feeling about the state of running backs in the NFL, and should we be excited?
Well, I think we should never lose the excitement around running backs, because running backs are very dynamic. We do a lot of different things. We don't get the respect at that position like we used to, because we're not utilizing the same formats that I grew up playing in. I mean, back in the day, we talking about power football versus finesse football. And today's football is more about finesse. It's more about scoring more points and getting fantasy points and everything else. It's about the protection of the quarterback, the ability to force cornerbacks not to touch people and everything else. It's about keeping the ball moving forward, but yet putting more points on the board for all of the fantasy football lovers around the world. And so I think we're talking at a different time, different place. The networks love high-scoring games that make everything exciting and make the ratings go up on the football field and on Sundays and Mondays and Thursdays now. So football is it has changed so much. So the value of the position also has to change and evolve. And so, but you look at guys like a Tony Pollard, you look at other running backs that are coming out of the backfield, making blocks out of the backfield. They are saving quarterbacks and giving quarterbacks the time to do the things that they do. Therefore, you must have a quarterback that's mobile. You cannot have a guy that's back there that's a statue now with these great defensive ends rushing the way that they're rushing and so forth. So the running back position has not been valued like it used to, mainly because players are not.
All this talk about our
other running backs that are coming out of the backfield, making blocks out of the backfield. They are safe.
I got his name now. Brandon Oliver. Y'all remember him? He was 5'7", 8-ish. And for the Chargers way back in the days, Brandon Oliver. So they thought that they had Sproles 2.0 out of Brandon Oliver. And, of course, he was a whole lot, use this saying, he's a whole lot thicker than Sproles at the time, because he was like 210-ish, you know, but he was a small little running back. And his name is Brandon Oliver. You remember him, you know, mobile. You know, I feel you. Yes, indeed. Let's go.
Saving quarterbacks and giving quarterbacks the time to do the things that they do. Therefore, you must have a quarterback that's mobile. You cannot have a guy that's back there that's a statue now with these great defensive ends rushing the way that they're rushing and so forth. So the running back position has not been valued like it used to, mainly because players are not playing or carrying the ball as much as they used to. There was times when I would be in the game and have approximately 30-plus touches during the course of one game. You don't see that kind of volume being produced by running backs now. It's not because they can't do it. It's because the league is not necessarily, or the systems are not necessarily built for that to happen now.
No doubt. Good and well is all about the how can I make more and more money for the NFL, and the fantasy football keep eyeballs on. This is the true wave of football now. Like people like me and a few of you guys that's watching here, that's pretty much not calling it like tunnel vision or singular vision, just only for the Cowboys. The NFL don't like that. They want you to pretty much tune in to all teams. They want you to tune in to the Seahawks. They want you to tune in to the Saints, the Cincinnati. They want you to root for the Bills. And the best way they can do that, fantasy football. And let's lean towards fantasy football. So every year they will have you picking out your team and saying, okay, pick your fantasy. Who would you like to have? Right? Oh, you can get Justin Jefferson and CeeDee Lamb, right? You can also have a running back, Tony Pollard, and Christian McCaffrey. So the NFL is leaning more toward that because instead of you isolating and fixated on one market, you can be a fan of the player versus fan of the team. And there's nothing wrong with new age fandom, right? Like, there's nothing wrong with rooting for A.J. Brown, although you're a Cowboy fan. But you got A.J. Brown on your fantasy team, and every time he scored a touchdown, you can't stand the Eagles, but you're still celebrating, right? That is the new wave or new way of profiting from fandoms, right? Because if you only rooted for CeeDee Lamb or only rooted for the team that you root for, then that's only you fixated on one person, right, or one team. And the NFL did a clever way of having most of you guys to think, okay, there's nothing wrong with rooting for other players and other things like that. Like when we was watching football, hey, we know Jerry Rice was good, right? Irvin Fryer, good. Andre Rison, good. Jake Reed, good. But was Tim Brown? But we never were like our fans. Like growing up in the '80s and the '90s, we were not like, hey, I would rather have Jerry Rice than a playmaker, right? We were not like those type of fans. We were like, well, yeah, he good, but man, we gonna be better, So the league is switched, fandoms switch. Now it's not insane to hear, man, I would rather have Jerry Rice than a Michael Irvin on the team, right? That's how the conversation goes. I would rather have Chris Carter, versus a Michael Irvin. That's how, if you say that now, it won't come off like, hey, man, you ain't a real fan. You know what I'm saying? But back in the days, sure, you picked your team and you stuck with your team and come hell and high water. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we knew Jim Kelly could sling the ball all over the field, but he ain't Troy Aikman. You know what I'm saying? That's how we looked at it. John Elway was cool, but he ain't Troy Aikman. We weren't sitting back here saying, all right, let me make up my team. Let me put John, let me say a Marino here as the quarterback. All right, let me get a Barry Sanders as the running back. Or let me get Jerry Rice and Michael Irvin. That's how people look at football now. You know what I'm saying? And then they'll call their own player trash. Oh man, Michael Irvin trash, man. Sure, he keep getting off the field stuff, man. Let me just get a Tim Brown and I get down with that. Let me get a Tim Brown and let's say Irvin Fryer. You know what I'm saying? That's how people look at sports nowadays, right? BD Gray says, I'm sure he's closer to a 4.4 versus a 4.5. You guys are talking about, let me guess, Deuce Vaughn speed, right? Deuce Vaughn runs like a 4.5 40. Yeah. Now, 40 times will always be a situation, whereas when you start looking at 40 times, it can get convoluted, right? Like, if you're really looking at running backs, I would rather for you to have quickness like your 3 cones, your 20 shuttle, things like that. Can you get out of close confined spaces? Straight line speed for a running back. I mean, God dog, unless you're gonna have an alleyway, an opening from your guards, your tackle, you're gonna have to have wiggle as a running back. You're gonna have to have bounce in your step. You gotta have good COD, stop on a dime, and get enough field. That's what I look for more out of these 40 times. Now, 40 times can sell a lot of things, right? And I get it, right? You get somebody that runs a 4.3 or a 4.29 or something like that, and you say, hey, man, this guy can kill you out there. But give me the guy with short area quickness over all of that, right? Because you still need to get separation. You still need to get off your releases. You still need to get off your jam. And a quick 40 time, but if you don't have the endurance, don't mean a hill of beans. And that's old folks talking. So what I would say, yes, 40s are good, but give me production with it. Give me separation. Give me nuances at the top of your route. Can you squeeze off of it, and can you find a soft spot in the zone? And that's what I'm looking at even when I look at the value of a Jalen Cropper, right? Morano Cropper. And I read his backstory on the reason why he got Morano Cropper is because of the fact that he paid homage to his grandfather. And that's a great thing, man. And he was raised by his grandfather, or his grandfather was a value to his life. And that means he got a good old spirit. It means that he's going to work sun up to sundown, meaning he's going to have those old folk ways, man. I like that. So shout out to him. Shout out to his story of paying homage to his grandfather and, putting Morano / Cropper in there. That's good. Appreciate him for that. So I look at those things, Cowboy Nation. Let's and happy Friday to you all. Thank everybody for tuning in. If this is your first time at this point of watching Law Nation Sports, do me a huge favor. If you like what you hear, hit that like button. Share this content. Tag someone if you're on Facebook. Tag someone. Tag at least 5, and say, hey, Law, I tagged 5 people, man. They know who you are now, baby. And I love the sharing type of situation, too. And what all you guys can do is when you're sharing, if you got those groups over there, tag, share, let people know, man, this dude, man, hey, Law Nation, he give us some good content daily, man. Daily, this dude coming off with something. Yes, indeed. He ain't never bland, shout out to Darren Bland, but he ain't never bland. He's bringing some spice over there, man. He's bringing all type of stuff, man. Y'all check out him. Yeah. Appreciate y'all, man, so much. Washington Commanders fire. I feel you, fam. Oh, okay. Another thing that I can talk about, too, before I play this audio. Let me see if I can get it together. Hold on. Boom. Boom. Y'all bear with me. Yes, indeed. That's good old Emmitt right there. Give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second. Yeah. All right. Wait a minute, Emmitt. I know how I can do it. Hold on.
I think.
Hold on, Emmitt. Hold on, man. You talking too quickly over here now, Emmitt. Hold on. Y'all continue to hit that like button while I'm segueing over here. You know what I'm saying? Segue Law. Yes, indeed. Ooh, y'all hitting them likes. I see it. Appreciate y'all so much. All right. This is what I wanted to talk about. Boom. And then put it over here. Boom. And we can go right here. A lot of people thought that I put this down as the top 10 teams or top rankings teams, but it was a guy by the name of Dan who did this. But let me play this one. Get them hearts out the way. Hold on. Get them hearts out the way. A lot of people look at this roster and they look at what we had and they say, wait a minute, Cowboys should be higher, should be lower, but I think we are right where we supposed to be at. But if y'all look at this and if y'all pay attention to how all of these rankings is cool, it's the off season, right? It doesn't matter where you rank that. It all matters how you look at this and perceive your team to do the things down the line with results. Everyone have a reason, but results are what matter. I need to put that on a t-shirt. All right, so you see number 9. Okay, they got the Jets. Number 8, you got the Jaguars. 7, Ravens. And here are our team, the mighty Cowboys. And number 5, Bills. Cincinnati, Eagles number 2. And then you got the Chiefs number 1. So I would tell y'all, it's good. Normally, the Cowboys, every year, we would be knocked out of the rankings. We'd be ranked 20, ranked 15. Even when we ranked 5, it'll put us at 15. But the Cowboys being right at 6, I don't see nothing wrong with it. I flat out don't see nothing wrong with it. I pretty much like the listing because when you are right there and you got the Bills in front of you, the Cincinnati in front of you, and I can look back at that and say, man, the Cowboys beat Cincinnati with their backup quarterback. And the Bills team, they lost to the Vikings, right? And we stumped the Vikings. They barely even could put a scratch on the Vikings, right? And we didn't even allow the Vikings to put up a single scratch on us, right? So rightfully, when I look back at this list and I say to myself, if you want to put the Niners in front of us, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. And if you want to put the Eagles in front of us, I can sit back and consider that because they was in the Super Bowl. And the Chiefs, they won the Super Bowl for crying out loud. But when you really, really look into it, we're not that far off, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I'm quite sure, technically, we're not that far off, you know. But I would tell you, let the pundits, let them continue to make those things because it is what it is at this point. Also, let me talk about this before we let the other audio go through. Tiers of rankings too. Let me pull this around. Boom. Can y'all see that? Yeah. Boom. Here we go. Now, all of the years we've been doing these like ranking tiers and things like this from you know the networks or what have you. What was one of the things that they always say when they speak loudly about? They say, we need to see you do it again. They will say, we need to see you do it without the offensive line. Y'all heard that before, right? Oh, we need to see you do it without Dez Bryant. Oh, we need to see you do it without a wide receiver, right? Oh, we need to see. But all of a sudden, now they taking things at face value just off for 1 year. And granted, if you want to put Jalen Hurts at tier 1, let him be. Let him supposedly be the best quarterback in the NFC. Because based upon this information, a quarterback, an elite quarterback, from what they told us, that it doesn't matter who your wide receivers are. It doesn't matter if your offensive line is in crumbles. It doesn't matter if you don't have a running game. You're supposed to be able to take your team from here to there. But that qualification and criteria is gone. And there's nothing wrong with it. There's flat out nothing wrong with it. If you want to put Dak Prescott in the tier of Kirk Cousins and Matthew Stafford, then lo and behold, because head-to-head, Dak Prescott beat the mess out of Stafford every year, you know, when we do play him. And I believe even the backup quarterback beat Stafford this past season. But that's a story of another day. And Kirk Cousins, I think that Kirk Cousins only got one game. I think he's like 5-1 versus Dak head-to-head. And the other guy that's ahead of him, okay, what was his name? Jalen Hurts. He never beaten Dak Prescott, but he's a tier above him. But I digress. You know what I'm saying? Because you play the wee-woo game because we can all say that Brock Purdy beat Dak Prescott. So I get all of that. So we'll find out now. And I will say this. I will tell you guys this. I'll be the first one to say, if Jalen Hurts put up another MVP back-to-back type of season for this 2023 year, right, when everybody now finally got good tape on him and seeing what they're trying to do with A.J. Brown to take away his good weapons, make him play left-handed and all of that, then we'll find out. Because the great Jimmy Johnson did say, yeah, you can sneak up on the team and jump real good on them the first time. But what they do the second time around, if you think I'm lying, watch the Washington tape. You know what I'm saying? So yes, indeed. Kellen Moore beat Dak Prescott. Shout out to you, Beard. Yes. I think he did, didn't he? I think he did. Yeah. I like the way you're thinking. Yes, indeed. Tier 1, Stafford, Dak, Hurts. Put them all in the same tier. Okay, yeah. All right, so let me fix this up. Appreciate y'all so much, man. So here's another thing that I want to jump on before we play this other audio. These ladies right here, let me squeeze all the way up. The name of their podcast is, and I'm going to try to keep it PG-13, and Bees Loves Sports basically too, And they were objective with their analysis and their approach to it, and shout out to them. This episode explains why Dak Prescott is number one in her books or their books, juxtaposed to Jalen Hurts. That is a cold name. Objective analysis. I wanted to say so much, man, but I just kept it. I just at them. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them. So what's another word that I can call this show? Because the name of their show is B. Look, this is the name of their show. Love Podcast. Y'all can put that in there. All right, so let me go. Let me play this audio right quick. Shout out to them.
They asked me to rank quarterbacks in the NFC.
Okay.
And pretty much once you get past the top two, it's just kind of like, bitch, I don't know. It could be, you can make an argument for damn near anybody for 3 through whatever. Yeah. But the top two are 100% Dak and Jalen. 100%.
Who else would it be?
And so one of the things that I had to point out, although I'm happy for Jalen Hurts and the money that he's getting, I was like, let's not act like this time last year the sports writers in Philadelphia weren't talking about this dude like he was a bust. And like Carson Wentz was better. Like they were saying Carson Wentz was better.
Hey, she's right on the money. She said, keep in mind, around this time last year, they had a lot of reservations, right? You can just type in Eagles fans when Jalen Hurts was drafted. You can see them tearing off their jerseys, saying, I think the dude EDP ate a shark or something like that and with a cactus in it. It was crazy. But I'm going to tell you guys that he did turn the corner. He did, Jalen Hurts, the person, is a real cool dude, humble guy, right? I mean, when you listen to him speak, it's a lot of substance with his mindset, and he's a very humble guy. Cowboy fan. He's a Cowboy fan, but then he got, drafted by the Eagles, and he had to take away all his Cowboy stuff, and he had to go root for the Eagles and be an Eagles guy now, right? But neither here nor there. Let's listen to more of these. I'm not going to say it. Let's listen to more of these young ladies, you know what I'm saying? Why they name themselves that? You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have to bring them on the show, They
were saying Jalen couldn't do shit. He wasn't a smart quarterback, yada, yada, yada. And it wasn't until they started seeing the work that he put in the offseason, they started seeing him at training camp when they were like, oh, he looks like a whole new quarterback. So this is his first successful season. It was the first season where people even seemed to respect him as a quarterback, because even coming into the league, people were asking him to work out at running back and work out as a wide receiver because they respected his athleticism, but they did not trust him to lead an offense. So when you ask me the question of who's better between Jalen and Dak, I'm just like...
Before she go, I want to know from y'all thoughts, man. She's speaking a lot of good facts right here. Woo! I mean, that podcast go hard. And this is objective analysis. But before she go, I want to know from you all, who you got? Jalen Hurts or Ray Dakota Prescott? I want to know, and give me your analysis on it. Because you can all argue and say, yeah, man, but he's been to the mountaintop. The highest of the highest. And that's Super Bowl. And people can use the same argument in the earlier 2000s. McNabb been to the mountaintops, the highest of the highest. But do that put him over Michael Vick? Do that put him over, dare I say, Tony Romo, is McNabb during that time frame because he been to the Super Bowl? Do that make him better than the other quarterbacks within those particular divisions? Right? Do you guys get what I'm saying? Come on, let's go.
If you go by this past season, of course you're going to be tempted to say Jalen, he made it all the way to the Super Bowl. But at the same time, Dak Prescott has had to deal with 8 seasons of ups and downs and injuries. Jalen has just dealt with his first real injury, right? After Dak's first serious injury, all of a sudden he wasn't a running quarterback no more, I respect both quarterbacks, but I've seen Dak overcome adversity time and time again. I've seen him have to deal with musical chairs at the O-line. I've seen him have to deal with having incompetent targets. I've seen him have to deal with a lot of things that I haven't seen Jalen Hurts handle yet.
Man, y'all be sure to check them out, man, at broadslovesports.com. I mean, y'all check them out, man. Check them out. It support them all together, man. And I love the stance with that. I think that we need more ladies talking sports and everything, and I think that we need people to voice their opinion regardless of where they are from. I can't say that one. That would be too close, man. My mama watched these shows, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that was a great analysis about that. I know y'all want to say beaches. You know what I'm saying? I can't say that. That's still too close. That's in the same wheelhouse. Bull sugar love, Yes, indeed. Yeah, I'm tiptoeing all around it, because I don't want somebody to take it and then chop it up and say, yeah, this is what Law said about them, But they were right on the money with it. I think that within the confines of this right here, let's see if they can run it back. Let's see if the Eagles can run it back. And to the Eagles' credit, you know what I'm saying, they are putting things in places so that they can. But do it again. Smoke One for you says, whoa, I want someone to say that is not facts, man. Yes, indeed, man. Whoa, I want someone to say that it's not facts. Yes, indeed. Damn. I know I want to say it so much. I want somebody to say it. You know what I'm saying? But it's objective analysis from them people that love sports too, Yes, indeed. Appreciate you, Seabass. Vet wide receiver, please. We got that right now. CeeDee Lamb is your new vet. I also appreciate them so much, man. Check them out. Let me help them out and check them out by doing this way. Great ladies too. Let me see if I can get their link. Hold on, bear with me. And they follow me, so it's even better. All right, okay, hold on. Oh, this is even better. They got all of their communication line right here. Boom. We're going to copy this, and then we're going to go back right here. And you can check out their podcast and beyond from there. So I'm going to hit this link right here, and you can click on solo.to/love podcast, love sports. So when you go there, you can check them out in my mama said, Big Simple said, don't say that word unless you're acting like one. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And Brandon Cooks is another veteran guy, right? Cooks isn't enough just from Seabass. At this point, technically, Lamb, 4th year. He ain't no spring chicken no more. He's a veteran now. When you enter your 4th year, you're a veteran guy. 4th year into the league, you're a veteran. You should be. You're a senior now. He's a senior Lamb. Gallup, he's a senior. And Cooks, he's a senior. All of those guys seniors now. So they should be able to have some levels of football knowledge and experience. And see if they can lift up Jalen Tolbert, Jalen Brooks, Jalen Cropper. We got 3 wide receivers by the name of Jalen. And there could only be one room for one Jalen. Which one will be the guy that stand tall? And we leaning on Jalen Tolbert, right? The dude, appreciate you. And Simi Fihoko, not to leave him out. And Cavante Turpin, he's going to have to do some step up too. The youth, going to have to step up. Not the biggest Dak fan, but he's by far the best QB in the NFC East. 27-7 is all I got to say. He owns the East. You know what? Round of applause to the dude, man. And we ain't talking about Devin the dude, but we talking about the dude. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. It takes good courage and strength for someone to say that, like, who's not even a fan of Dak Prescott, because I know, I get it. Everybody, mama, uncle, cousin can literally say, hey, come on, man. You know, he led the league. He led the league in INTs, right? Or tied the league in INTs. But shout out to you, the dude, man. Appreciate you. And I've seen a lot of people with flamings and targets and things like that. Fihoko, this is from my guy Leon Beard. Fihoko better figure out how to make this team make something work, unless he's going to have to change his first name to get Simi out the way and name his name Jalen. Jalen Fihoko, you know. That's the only way he can make the team. So, Simi, change your name to Jalen, dog. You'll make the team. Don't care if you spell it with an E-N at the end or an I-N. You know, you Jalen, you'll get in. All right, wrong. The Eagles owns the East and will take it again this season. Bobby, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, though, Bobby. The Eagles own the East. They will. But somehow, Dak Prescott is 27-7. You know, come on, Bobby. But shout out to the Eagles, man, for getting all the way there to have all of the Eagles fans hope, love, and adulations to the top. And then all of a sudden, you hear with y'all hear that? Did you hear it? Y'all don't hear it, huh? Let me turn it up a little bit more. Y'all still don't hear it? Lean forward just a little bit. Just right there. Stop right there.
Emotional damage.
You know, just lean forward just a little bit. And Lord, why they slapping us with the emotional damage, man? Ain't nothing like climbing all the way up to the mountain to get blown down, you know? Tragedy, man. It's a bird down, baby. But, all right, man, enough talking about the Eagles, man. I know I got to give them some content, too, you know. About 30,000 of them following Law Nation. About 30,000 subscribers are Eagles fans, by the way. Y'all didn't know that, you know. That's why they in here. That's why they in here all the time.
Doing this for as many times as I have. It's a blessing.
How are things in the offseason so far with Mike and Shotty in terms of getting the...
Can y'all hear that? I can barely hear it.
What could it be?
Yeah, things have been great, honestly. Things have been great. The way that the coaches are working together, you can see their chemistry. You can see how together they are, and just making sure that they give us everything detailed and give it to us the right way, the first way. And right now, it's about getting comfortable at the plays that we want to run and finding out who exactly we want to be and what we run best. So right now, it's just taking as many bats, as many reps as we can of getting the plays, learning the plays, making.
Oh boy, said Simi Washington.
The changes that we have in place that we already have, and then really just finding the way that Mike's going to call this game.
Can Brandon Cooks bring an element to this?
Yeah, he can.
Been missing?
Definitely. Yeah, the moment that guy showed up, just watching him in the workouts, the way he just carries himself from drill to drill, what he does pre-workouts, post-workouts, to take care of his body and to make sure he has that speed and keeps what the productivity that he's had over his career is impressive. But then when you're just throwing to him, it stands out. His speed is different than many others, but as I said, once again, just the way he approaches the game, his knowledge. He's already been helping CD, helping those young guys, playing cornerback, teaching them little nuances of the route running that is going to be huge for me and is going to be huge for the room.
What impact can he have on CD and Michael?
Yeah, just as I said, just really that being a pro. As I said, his routine pre-practice, his routine post-practice, his intelligence in his route runners, all the film and football and experience he's had, be able to tell these guys and teach these guys, as I said, on little nuances on different routes or how to beat a coverage and to be good with your eyes. He's already helped those guys, and I think CD will already tell you that.
And you're in tune with the contracts and what's going on across the league, because you've been through this before, so this is if you're going to get a new one.
One more time.
More in tune of what?
More in tune?
Yeah.
No, probably less in tune than ever, really, to be honest with you. Y'all know me, and y'all know every offseason for me to go in there and get better as best as I can, and that's stuff that I leave to the Cowboys and I leave to my agent. They got it done years ago, and when it's time to get it done again, I trust in both of them. And as Steven has said, it might happen overnight. Who knows, right? But that's not any of my concerns or my.
All right, so that's Dak Prescott, man. Shout out to Cowboys.com for that wonderful information that's given to us by the Cowboys.com. Appreciate them all what they do. And let's chime in a little bit about this. You guys said earlier that the Cowboys could use a veteran receiver. What do veterans do? Well, veterans tend to make the long cut shortcut, giving you information so that they'll let you know where the pitfalls are at, right? So that you don't have to go through it. And there are two ways you can look at it. There are ways and there's two ways you can learn from it. A person with experience, right, can teach you the things that they made issues and mistakes with, right, so that you don't have to go through it. And the younger person also can learn from the older person by watching them going through the mistakes and learning from it. So it's like a cycling type of thing, right? So, for example, if you are in a family and you are the youngest, right, and you had an older sibling, you don't have to go through the same issues that they done been through or the pitfalls that they done been through, right? So those are things that you get out of veteran wide receivers. One could be, since he's coming in and you didn't have the chance to see him go through his warts, you already see him at his top. You can just pick up information from him and you can take his information as face value, right? The same could be said about, content creators. Same could be said about just life in general. There are a lot of people that started their YouTube page that don't have to start at like how I start at, because they can say, well, hey, Law tried that, it didn't work, let me use it this way, right? And also I can tell you guys, hey, don't do it this way, do it that way. So that's how all of this stuff can work out. Yeah, like Amari Cooper. Yeah, Captain Trips. Like Amari Cooper came here. It would have been better, man, if Amari Cooper was like homegrown here, he probably would still be here. But by him coming here and putting on that role like, hey, I'm now the veteran wide receiver, let me show you guys what's needed to be done. 3-5 team, flipped it around, right? The next year, unbelievable stats for Dak Prescott. The results wasn't there though, right? 8-8, I believe, was the following year. Not good. Vicarious learning. Appreciate you, see, Bass. All right, and there's so many interviews over here. I didn't get a chance to hear what Jake Ferguson had to say, so let's listen to Jake Ferguson right quick.
Play baseball growing up?
I did up until
we're gonna skip all of the soft talk. Let's skip all the soft talk. We don't care about baseball. Shout out to baseball lovers, though. Shout out to baseball lovers. We're gonna skip all that.
As you guys
that's loaded.
going to this year, fairly young locker room as far as the tight ends are concerned, as you yourself paid for the shot. Talk about a little bit what schoolmate can bring to a big Big Ten guy.
Yeah.
How much you're looking forward to playing with him.
I mean, it just kind of shows us having an all Big Ten room right now. That's the best. I think that's the best conference that has the best tight ends. I mean, every guy coming out of the Big Ten's reliable. Schoon, I'm excited to see him in the room. I'm excited to meet him, see what he can bring to this room. Four Horsemen just added another one, you know what I mean? So it's going to be exciting.
And you talked about having that big brother relationship with Dalton. Now that he's not going to be part of that locker room dynamic, how do you step up into being that big brother role?
Right, I think it kind of builds itself into that, but at the same time, I'm just going to be me, and I think that's what's powerful about our tight end room is everybody brings their own personality, and nobody has to kind of put on a front. They're kind of who they are, and that kind of brings our tight end room closer. And Coach Wells, I mean, he does a great part in kind of bringing that culture together and bringing our tight end room together.
As far as being the best version of Jake Ferguson, what have you been kind of working on in the offseason to try to focus on leveling up for year 2?
I think just maturing, whether it's in between the lines, footwork, and just learning the little details and stuff and how I can beat those guys who are going to be there, I mean, every week. It's not just one guy, it's going to be a good guy I'm going against every time. And I think maturing and realizing that I need to be perfect on my technique and everything I do. And that's just kind of how I've approached this offseason and getting my body right and just kind of trying to fit that mold.
No doubt, man. We can all say moving from 1 year to another, it do takes the levels of maturing. It do takes that. And when we saying that, hey, leadership role, shout out to the Big Ten and all of that, Schoon, you know, most, like yesterday, I was saying that, like, defensive tackles, there shouldn't be, like, you know, friendly, you know, like, nah, I'm going to rip your head off. I might show you a little bit, but I'm going to rip your head off, and I'm going to try to get to the quarterback. I want that spot. But tight end room may be a little bit different. Like the wide receivers, tight end room, those skill spots may be a little bit laissez-faire. It may be a little bit more, hey, I'm going to show you the ropes. I'm not going to be, like, stingy with mine. Like, I'm not going to keep all of my secrets to myself. But far as a battleship, on that D-line, you want a different type of mindset. You know, you want to be able to have that, I'm the alpha male, I'm attacking, I'm going to destroy the offensive lineman that's in front of me. I'm going to make the quarterback my baby. That's the better word to say it instead of the other B word. You know, I'm going to make the quarterback my baby. Different ways to approach this. And I think that Jake, he's going to be a hell of a leader here for Schoonmaker and as well as for Peyton Hendershot. But I'm going to tell you guys that in football, there's always the unknown, right? But let's listen to more what he had to say before he closed.
He talks about a second-year jump. What's a second-year jump for you?
Second-year jump.
Yeah, I think it's, like I said, fitting into that mold of kind of being the leader of the room, and but also showing through my actions, showing through my play, and I think that's kind of where it starts is in between the lines in my work.
Man, my goodness. Showing it through my actions, not just my words. On the field. That's leader right there, man. You know, you can always talk it, you know what I'm saying, but can you walk it? You know what I'm saying? Walk it like I talk it. You know what I'm saying? Can you do it that way? You know? So those are things that I love hearing from those boys. All right, so let's do this. Let's do this real quickly. We're going to allow you guys to get your thoughts.
Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for.
Happy Friday to you all. 657-390-7391. Brought to you by Power Hands Media and Inside the Huddle. Cowboys Nation, let's go. Hey, on top of that, we got some unbelievable things down the line for this season to jump off and pop off with our partnership with those guys. So I can't wait to see you all at the events and beyond. Cowboy Nation, the name is Law Nation Sports. The hotline for your mind is 657-390-7391. Appreciate everybody for tuning in on this beautiful Friday. Let's get it. Hit my line, baby.
All participants are muted.
657-390-7391. All right, jump on in. I got my guy, my brother from another mother, Alfonso from the 915. You live.
What's up, Law Nation? Let's go, Brady.
Let's go, man. Alita La Raza. You come on, man.
Hell yeah, Cinco de Mayo, Cinco de Drinko.
Yeah.
Ready, I'm excited for the Cowboys. I think Emmitt Smith is going to stop that run. Mainly why I'm calling, Law, is because I know you recently moved to Dallas, and I want to know when we're going to get you your first Cowboy hat.
Oh my goodness! Sure. Let's get it ready, man, for the first preseason game at least, man. I need to have me a nice, good old cowboy hat, man. You know, when you next time you're gonna be up this way?
I think I'm gonna go to the first game, opening game. Hopefully it's in Dallas, the Cowboys. So I'll see you there. And you already know, man. I'm gonna be rocking my Texas Cowboy hat, and you're an official Texan now.
Yeah.
So we gotta hook you up with them hats.
Man, I do, man. I need to get one. It'll look cool on me too, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, I think that it's time for me to get one. You know, what brand shall I get though? By the way.
You know what? The best place to go, it's not in Dallas, it's in Fort Worth. It's to the Stockyards. Where I got mine, and they'll take good care of you right there. The
Stockyards. Okay, yeah, I definitely will have one ready for the first game, man, and then we'll meet up, man. We'll look like twins.
Hey, we'll take some shots like last time. That's all I was calling in for today. I'll let everybody else get on. Before I leave, I just want to say, PPC, Puro Pinche Cowboys for life, brother. See you opening game.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you, man. That's my guy right there, man. Hey, he came out to the event and he just kept them coming. And I had to cut myself off because if I didn't, I'd just be right with him. We would just been right with him. You know what I'm saying? I would have had to Uber or Lyft. You know what I'm saying? You know, they ain't talking about every voice and sing. I would have had to do something because he just kept him coming, and he's a cool guy, man. Let's go to my guy MJ from the 206. You in the mix?
What up, Law? What's the word, brother?
Hey, man. One day at a time, bro. One day at a time.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that halfback gonna be dangerous. People.
Hunter.
They better not sleep. Oh, they better not sleep on that halfback. Halfback he gonna do good. Deuce.
Oh, you talking about Deuce? I'm thinking fullback, but you talking about Deuce? Yeah. I think he's gonna be awesome for us. We're not asking him to do everything, just a few things.
Yeah. And the fullback, he gonna make the team. I don't know if he gonna be on. He might be on the practice squad or he make the team. But we'll see when the camp comes.
Yeah, I mean,
they got a puzzle. That man, this team is. If people don't see what they're trying to do, this thing gonna be dangerous. Billy Akeem Raheem is gone. Everybody should be happy. You about to see some real football, real play call.
Yeah.
And the receivers, he did the receivers bad, and made the receivers look like they was bums, and y'all finna see a whole after the yak,
yeah,
y'all that we saw when you was showing them receivers when we drafted them. Now you about to see them. Watch what happens.
No doubt, bro. I look at it like this though. Remember Nick Ralston?
Yeah.
The guy that pulling trucks.
Oh my God.
Yeah, oh my gosh. But the Cowboys didn't know, like Kellen Moore didn't know what to do with the dude, you know? So I think that this right now, when you think about Hunter, he's going into a process, whereas this staff will know how to at least showcase them and highlight some of the things that he can do and get him going, because he's going to be that surprise H-back, that hybrid back that we've been looking for, and he's going to bring all of that to the table, bro, for real.
And he can catch.
Oh, yeah.
Cowboy.
Oh, yeah.
You got blocking, you got receivers, you got backs that can come out the backfield. So teams, when they play us down, because, you know, we had the 49ers number. Then the last 2 years they got us by play calling. They only got us by, it was like, it was physical. They all schemed and they all played. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Now, it's in reverse on them. And 49ers going to get a big, your brother is going to be pissed off at you because when we play them this time, watch what happens.
No doubt.
Watch what. That's why they had to go get that quarterback. Well, they used to play for Carolina. What's that quarterback? Darnold?
Sam Darnold, yeah.
Yep. That's why they had to get him. Because they know they was in trouble.
Man.
Purdy, what he did last year, no.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you said with Philly, everybody know what Philly going to do. They caught up with Philly because the Giants got big Robinson, and then they drafted more people to stop Philly run. And once you stop Philly run, what you call in trouble. And, you know, Philly's scheme is for Hurt to make him look good, and we played our quarterback out of the scheme to make him look bad.
Man.
Now, we about to do it the old Cowboy way, and Brandon, you're going to be loving Dak Prescott this year.
No doubt, man. MJ, I appreciate you for calling in, Chief.
Yes, sir. How about them Cowboys?
How about him?
Conference has been locked.
No doubt, man. That's my guy, man. MJ, and it got Patrice. Hold up, Law. Let me get your size. I have one shipped to you from DeSoto. Mine's is handmade. Mine's is handmade from one of my guys in DeSoto. Appreciate you. Let me get me some water right here. Hiccups a little bit. Woo. All right, so if yours are handmade, I don't really know my size of my head. Pause. But you guys can, let me know how those hat sizes work, and I can give you my address. My address is literally, if y'all want to send me stuff, my address is in the description box. But just in case, let me make sure that it's there. You gotta always say pause, man. This new age, these kids, man, they'll let you know, hey, man, what you mean, You gotta say pause now, man. These kids will take any little word you say. You didn't say pause, man. What you mean you don't know the size of your, But, it is what it is. All right. Man, I love y'all so much, man. All right, so here's my address right here. And boom. My address is now in the chat there. So if y'all want to send me anything, send it to that address there. And shout out to my guy Ricky Mack. He's been sending me like a hoodie every month. He'll send me a custom made hoodie. And I get it or what have you. And shout out to Ricky Mack if he's watching right now. If you're watching right now, I think the world of you, man, for always sending me good stuff. And shout out to the people that send me alcohol too, man. Every month, look, I had to buy some Hennessy in a long time, man, because every month I get a shipment of Hennessy to come through. And I know you said, hey, you don't have to even give me a shout out. This is just for you, man, and all what you do. And boom, I see some Hennessy via at the doorstep. But I appreciate y'all so much, man. But neither here nor there. Let's get to the next caller. Appreciate everybody. I got my guy from the 843. You're alive.
Hey, what's happening, Mo?
Not much, man. Is this James, right?
Yeah, it's James.
Oh, man, what's good with you, man? I don't know why your name's showing up all like that, but what's good? What you got for the show?
Who knows? It's probably showing up my wife's name. Who knows?
Yeah.
Anyway, when does the schedule come out? One.
May 11th.
How do you get tickets to the event things on the Saturdays before games?
Well, we are working out some schedulings for that. That there will be some multiple opportunities for us to give you that. I think it's going to start next month when we release the schedule with the website and everything of when the event, who is going to be the first runner-up, and these sorts of things. I do know that July the 15th, I don't know where my notes at. I think here it is. July the 15th, we have an opening event in Frisco. And it will be me, B. Tuck, Clay Mack, David Robertson, Seneca Wallace, Victor Butler, Josh Hicks, and Patrick Lewis. Dez Bryant, and I believe Dez Bryant, he's still in the shadow areas right now. I don't know whether or not he's going to commit to it. And Ezekiel Elliott. We will be having an event at the pit in Frisco, Texas. Okay. That's before the season kickoff. Where you at?
I said I live in South Carolina right now. I'm originally from Fort Worth.
Oh, it's from Fort Worth. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm coming home in September to go to a game, and that's why I was trying to find out how you get those tickets to go to the event.
Oh, we will have the website. I'll shoot you the website, man. When you get time, when you start hearing that heavy promotion, we have it all designed out for you, man, laid out for you.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. That's all I had.
No doubt, man. I appreciate you so much, James. You have a good day and a better tomorrow.
You too.
Man, somebody gonna be using that one. Yeah, man, you have a good day and a better tomorrow, man. I want to put that on my T-shirt. But yeah, man, that's gonna be a nice event, man, with Clay Mack, B. Tuck, and David Robinson, as well as Seneca Wallace. I know you guys know of him, and Victor Butler, Cowboys linebacker, back in the days, and of course Patrick Lewis, offensive line guy. Josh Hicks, y'all know Josh Hicks. He yeah. You know, he be working out with Zeke. It's going to be a nice event. So we are still in the early stages of planning or what have you. So we will have like the time frames and everything designed for that. And I can't wait to see y'all faces and see the training. We're going to have over 280 students or kids out there, plus with professional players, you know, to help train them and elevate their game. So what I was thinking from Law Nation standpoint, it's good that we do Cowboys, right? It's good that we talk Cowboys, but I told you guys that sometimes I dim my light just so I can let the Cowboys stuff shine. But there are things that other organizations, teams reach out to me. Like I had Bleacher Report said, hey, man, we would like to sign you up. But, man, can you talk a little bit about X, Y, and Z thing? I'm like, man, I'm Cowboys, man. Can you at least throw in some basketball? I will say. But sometimes, you know, all money ain't good money. So shout out to Bleacher Report. When they circle back around again, which they did, we would do a little something predicated upon the Cowboys. But I thought that this would be a great opportunity. Shout out to B-Tuck. He training Kalasha Cansey. He's training Will Anderson. He's training both of those guys who first-round draft picks. So it's one of those things whereas, hey, you know, let me just go ahead and just talk everything. But I'm not going to leave y'all. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to be one of those guys that, you know, yeah, my Lakers lost. They got beat down. They ain't just lose. They got beat down last night. God dog, they got beat down. But sometimes it's just what it is, and we'll still be giving you guys unbelievable content here. Let's go. And got my next dog that's on this list, man. Hard hitter, man, from the 702. You're live.
What up, my boy? What's up, Lord?
Not
How you doing?
Not much, man. How you living?
Hey, yo, you know who it is, Lokes 44 out here in Vegas, chilling like a villain.
Shoot.
You know, I had to come and check in with you one time and, you know, voice my opinion about everything that's happened so far. How you been, man?
Man, I'm doing great, man. You know, the water tastes good over here. The air is nice. Before it get too hot, I might have to come chill out with you over there in Vegas, man. LA and all of that.
You better hurry up, though, because it's already starting to heat up. About 6 o'clock in the morning, it's already 95 degrees, so you might want to hurry up.
I forgot Vegas get hot, though, man. I take a rain check on that one day.
Oh, man. Hey, quick question before I get to my feelings real quick. You going to be going out to training camp this year?
Oh, yeah, man. I'm going to try this time around. I'm going to try to go early, man. Try to get there before the players get there. survey the land and make sure I got everything together,
Okay, for sure, because that's usually when I go. I go about that first week, that opening ceremony, and I'll be there for about a week.
Right. I learned just go ahead and get there early, survey the land, and find your spot where you can record and get everything going, and just have a good time, man. I want to come early, Pause.
I feel it.
Yeah,
I feel it. Well, we'll definitely be seeing you, and this time I won't miss you.
Yeah.
I sent you over there to the park, and by the time I got there, you guys were already gone. But I'm gonna make sure that I link up with you and I get to kick it with y'all this time. How about that?
No doubt, man. Will your crew will your crew be doing the other thing too, like the annual party?
Yeah, the annual meetup, meet and greet barbecue. Yeah, we're gonna be doing it most likely at the same spot too.
At the same spot, so we gonna be there early too. I might have to go to Walmart or somewhere, give me like a little tent or something, put up a tent and pull up, man. I'm gonna pull up and save some cold ones for me too, man.
Oh, for sure. You already know me, man. I'll have an ice chest full of them for you, man.
No doubt, man.
But man, these Cowboys. First off, I'm in the words of Tupac, when it comes to our defense, who came to bring the pain hardcore to the brain? Let me take you inside my astral plane. That's what our defense gonna do this year. I ain't even tripping, bro. We talking. I'm thinking top 4, bro. With all the firepower that we've added, and the way that we're gonna be determined to stop that run up the middle. I'm not even tripping, man. I'm really loving what our defense is looking like.
Yeah.
There's gonna be some major competition battles in camp. I'm really loving our defense, bro. So I'm not even worried about that. Now when it comes to our offense, bro, this is what I gotta say.
Break it down.
and I won't be long-winded. Because there's only one area of concern that I'm worried about, and it's this. Once again, we are going to be playing musical chairs on that motherfucking offensive line, aren't we?
Once again, and look, we got the biggest doubt on that left guard side. There's not a Cowboy fan out here saying, "Hey man, we good at left guard." Not a Cowboy fan I know of that's really falling into this game that knows that we good at left guard, and it's a big reservation at right tackle because we don't know whether or not Terrence Steele will be 100 week 1.
Exactly. But you know what? And Terrence, he's coming off of ACL, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, are we more concerned with Terrence coming off that ACL, or are we more concerned about the other one that had the ACL, or no, Pollard. Pollard had that. He had that.
The bone. Bones. When you break your bones, man, it just come back stronger. Pollard would be more of a concern as far as his mental, like his mind. Like, would he still run in between the splits? Would he still run with that same tenacity? That's the only thing that I would say with Pollard. I'm okay with that, But the ACL thing, those things tend to linger if you rush them.
Okay. All right, and and at this point, Terrence Steele, he's had what about a 9 months to heal.
I don't know when I don't know when that thing snapped up, but
it was towards the end of last season, wasn't it?
It's toward the end a little bit. So, and then you're talking about 320 pounds, 330. So yeah, reservation is on that. Yeah, you can show me all type of YouTube clips of him moving around, but that's ain't against body and weight put upon him. So yeah. And then in the football line, they're gonna go for them lower legs. They're gonna test it out.
That's true. It's football, and when they know that you hurt, they'll go ahead and take advantage of that.
Yeah.
Just off the top of your brain right now, go ahead and give me your first starting 5, just off the top right now.
Tyron, Tyler, Zach Martin, if healthy, Terrence Steele.
Okay, all right, and then Adoga don't do nothing for you.
Yeah, well, Edoga got position of flex in Jets land. He played right tackle. there's tape evidence of him slowing down DeMarcus Lawrence. So he got flex. He'll be your right tackle / left guard if in a pinch. That's a weird sweat. That's a weird flex right there. That dude can flex around, but he's your right tackle / left guard.
Oh my gosh, man! I'm telling you, man, we gonna be fucking playing music chairs all over again, man.
Hey, man, that's why I can't wait to see what a Sim gonna do. Joshua Ball and Matt Waletzko. That's why I'm waiting on those boys.
Do we still have Collins as an offensive lineman?
Yeah, he must have peed in someone's cereal. They don't talk about Avante Collins no much, man. They don't really talk about him. He's the ghost.
Man. All right, and then also one last thing. Do you think that it's going to be a sink or swim from the very beginning with this play calling from Mike McCarthy? Do you think that you're going to be able to notice right away if the shit's going to work, or do you think it's going to take time to see if it's going to work? Me personally, I think we're going to be able to see right away if this play calling from Mike McCarthy is going to go downhill in a hurry, or if it's going to excel and do good.
Well, I think that the base will be there, like traditional run to open up the pass. And as long as we do that, I think the skill sets is already there with CeeDee Lamb, Cooks. Far as like I said, the only reservation we have on this offense is the offensive line. You can sprinkle in Tony Pollard or what have you, but I just think that we'll be okay with the space that we got. But our biggest reservation is offensive line, and everything else will work its way out. I think Tony Pollard, if healthy, he'll be okay. CeeDee Lamb, he'll still get the chances to get separation and be better than what he was last season. I don't see no drop off with that. And then Brandon Cooks, man, the dude had 1,000 yards receiving, regardless of if I was throwing him the ball. So I think Brandon Cooks will still be productive in this system. So I have no worries at all for that.
For sure. And you know what? I really hope that the 33% change that Mike McCarthy is talking about, playbook wise, switching into that West Coast offense. I really want to see what his version of that is going to be like. I want to see, what differences is it really going to look like? Is he really going to take what he had in Green Bay and inject our offense with some different stuff, or is he going to keep it basic and just make it easier on Dak? That's what I look forward to.
I look forward to his offense being the 2018/19 Seattle Seahawks.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a good comp for this offense. But with better running backs. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you for calling in. Hard hitter, man. Yes, indeed.
Yes, sir. I'll go ahead and let you go. Thank you for letting me talk to you for a little bit, and I will see you at training camp, my boy.
No doubt, man. That's my guy, hard hitter, man. Lokes, 44. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me see I forgot what my guy did in 20. And I'm not saying that Dak Prescott is, but I'm saying that, he could be similar to this right here. Let me see, Russell Wilson. Because that was the offensive coordinator then. I mean, I can hear y'all right now, man. Dak ain't Russell Wilson, But Russell Wilson in that offense, which pretty much was a very, very much so balanced team, 35 touchdowns, 3,448 yards. Who was the running back in 2018? Y'all help me out for the Seattle Seahawks, man. Who was the running back there? Y'all help me out. I don't look at this offense being like the Packers offense, but more so like variations of the Packers offense, but variations of that. Who's the running back? Help me out so I can Google him right quick. Chris Carson's. Let me see. All right. Y'all bear with me, man. Y'all bear with me. Boom. Chris Carson. I think Tony Pollard can give you that. 247 carries, 1,151 yards, 9 touchdowns. he averaged 4.7 yards per tote. I think that Tony Pollard can do that. Even with a half of a leg, I think he can do what Chris Carson just did. Or variations of such, right? I think that we can do that. And then what he did in 2019, because I think he was still there. Yeah. I mean, 7 touchdowns, 1,212 yards, 1,230 yards. I think he can do that, you know. He was the 5th rusher then in 2019. In 2019, he was the 5th rusher then. So I think we can do something like that, you know. It was Rashid Penny, too. Let me see what he did. You know, we're going to look at this, and then I'll let my guy come in on the phone over there who's waiting. I think that's Cam that's waiting. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Rashad. Was he there in 18? Let's see. He's with the Eagles now. Let's see. He'll be your backup running back. You know, so, yeah. He gave you 2 touchdowns in 18 and 3 touchdowns in 19. So, yeah, I mean, we can do that. Y'all, it's not a hard, you know. Was it Marshawn Lynch? No, he was gone by 18, wasn't he? Wasn't he gone? Sending just because. Shout out to you, Law Nation. Appreciate what you do. That's for my guy, Darian DMV Cowboy Posey. I think what's your name was saying to add you as a mod. So you are now a mod. Let's go. From the 205, Cam. Oh, Cam. You're live.
Hey, man, I was going to call in after the draft, but I didn't. But I got a song for you, Long.
What's that?
They call low. They call low. From different area code. Hey,
law. Yes, indeed.
From different area code.
Hey, man, you know, they're going triple platinum. And you know what? They got AI now, so we're going to put that into the AI and see if they can put law in there. You change O's to law, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and put day in there, man.
I already know. But, yeah, I had to take a break. How you doing after the draft, Law? You know, just to look at, you know, some of what we got. We was on a space yesterday with a whole lot of Eagles fans. It was like an NFC space, and that I hosted on Twitter. Cowboys fans really came out last night, showed out with that. And we had a ball on Twitter. But everybody, even me, I was talking about Overshown. I remember watching Overshown this year. He showed some stuff to me, and I said I wanted him. I said, just in case we don't get, you know, those other top linebackers that was on the board, I said, like, he was one of them that was just probably overlooked. That could have went earlier or more quicker than what he probably did. But I'm glad the Cowboys did get him. Yeah. The team is going to look. I don't want to say going to look good, but hopefully we're going, because I don't want to jinx us. But hopefully we look good. I am going to be out there for the training camp. Me and my bro, we going out there because this would be his first training camp after seeing, you know, the Cowboys, you know, do their thing, whatever they going to do, and things of that nature. You know, just so, you know, he get a feel of what it's about and how it feel to be, you know, out there. But I know I'm going to enjoy it. I see that we got Deuce, and I kind of like that we do got Deuce. You know, watching him playing against Alabama, but also the other Kansas State games, knowing that he's not a big running back because he's 5'5", 5'6", if I'm not mistaken.
Man, yeah, he's small, man.
But man, that fight though, he got some fight in him that's just, man. Well, you know the saying, you know, it's not the size of the dog that's in the fight, but it's the size of the fight that's in the dog, you know. So it's like man, when you look at him, he run hard though. He run like he got a point to prove, and you know that's what I like. You know, I think he said that he always.
What was that dog? What was that dog on Friday? What was that dog name?
On Friday, Chico.
Chico, that's his name now. Chico, he's Chico. That dog small, but man, them dogs get at you, man.
Yeah, and like my brother said, damn, man, he got little man syndrome, don't they? I was like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? But I like players like that. A lot of players that I have seen, like I know them boys. When you look at them boys has a point to prove. We didn't get no guys who like all in the clouds. They know that they the shit. These guys know what they can do, but they still understand they got a point to prove, and that's what I like about about the class that we got. These boys got a point to prove. Every last one of them boys said we ready to work. We ready to work,
man.
You feel me? So I'm ready for them to get out there. I'm ready to see what we gonna do. I can't wait till the season. I got some Charger fans that work with me.
Wow.
I had walked away from them. They want to catch you to say that's why we got Kellen Moore, but I was like, we would have been laughing at them. Y'all can have Kellen Moore.
They can have him.
They can have him. But man, that's all I had for my football takes today. Also, man, I just want to, you already know, man, just appreciate you, man, for everything you do. And for everything that you're going to continue to do. Law, don't switch up on us. Because I'm going to tell you, when we get on here, we be able to call you.
Yeah.
Be able to talk to you, Law. We be able to get with you. And I don't want you to go over there to some other places. They try to monetize. They try to take away what Law's about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk. We gonna talk about the Cowboys. We can talk about the Lakers and everybody else some other day.
Yeah.
This is the Cowboys. It's a nation of the Cowboys. Bleacher Report. Y'all ain't finna stop what he doing.
Yeah, he. Yeah, I know. I knew what they were trying to do, man. He. Let me throw something at him. You know what I'm saying? Try to get my IP and everything. You know.
Right. We ain't doing that. If he gonna do it, he gonna do it his way. If y'all don't like his way, then he'll stay where he at, because he get bigger every year. Law got sponsors now with Underdog, News Break, Mint Mobile. You feel me? The Jan now reached out to him. He don't need Bleacher Report. He can do it himself. Law Nation. He's on worldwide. So they'll leave him alone. Leave him alone. God gonna bless you, Law. And I feel it in my soul, man. It's all about the nation that we here for. You know we gonna support you 100%.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, indeed, bro.
Hey, man, it is what it is, man. But like I said, man, I appreciate you, man. Man, my little boys, they be watching your little thing, your little the thing that you do with the little analysis and stuff.
Oh yeah.
They be in the backyard. They be gonna show Coach this play that we seen long time.
Man, come on, man.
You got the young kid watching. I'm sitting out there. I'm saying, what y'all doing? We seen they play a long time out on the next thing that we finna do that. We finna run that play. Matter of fact, you get that quarterback, Dad. I'm like,
man, I love hearing that, man. I love hearing that, man. Me and my brother last night, we spent about like 3 hours. We supposed to watch the game together, the Lakers game, but we spent about 3 hours with my guy, man, going over the Law's beard butter, man. It's finna go crazy, man. Man, we got somebody whipping the recipe up together, man, and so it won't be long, man, for the beard butter to come out, man.
Hey, look, when it come out, either go back to Houston or go to Philadelphia and get some to James Harden too.
Oh, I'm gonna give some to him, man. Shoot, he put up 45 points that first night. I said, yeah, man, he shoot like me now.
Hey, now to my Celtics, but we gave him a 34 piece though, so I ain't tripping. We gave him a 34 piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all did good last night though, but y'all just lost by 27.
No, man, you know what? The whole point of my video of saying that they stole the game is that they stole one. It's hard to steal twice, you know what I'm saying? When you try to steal twice, wait a minute. Now, if the Lakers would have fooled around and won game 1 and game 2, Shoot. Ooh. But what they got to do now, they're being too nice. They being flat out too nice, man. Hey, got to crash the board, man, and everything was falling for the Warriors last night. Everything, man. They just step on the court and just throw it up blindly. It was hitting, The bench gonna have to be better in transition. You got to get back on transition, man. You can't win if your transition defense ain't there in your offense.
It was terrible, but I feel like I look at the NBA. It got to be 1-1. They don't want no fast, but they gonna be what it be. But I do hope the best team win. I'm a Celtics fan, so my smoke with the Lakers ain't my smoke with the Lakers run deep. My smoke with the Golden State Warriors, they don't run that deep because ain't no legacy over there for real. But y'all had Kareem and Magic. We had Bird and Havlicek. You feel me? So we had some legends over here. Y'all had some legends over there. Hey, belong me, make me a mod too, man. I be feeling left out.
Where you at? Where you at on that, man? You got to type something in the chat and I'll make you one. But before you go, man, it's crazy how this world is, man. As much as I like you for a Cowboy fan, I can't stand you as the Boston Celtic guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, come on, you're doing right, man. I can reel with you, man. Be real with you on the Roll Tide and everything. But the Boston Celtics, man, that's where you cross the line at, bro. I can't stand y'all.
Hey, look, but it be like that sometimes.
Right.
It be like this. It be like this.
Yeah, hey, man.
I just typed in the chat, yo, law, so you'll see Cameron Woods pop up there.
There you go, man.
It ain't nothing law.
I know.
Outside of basketball, you see,
I know.
My brother. Inside of basketball, you my brother. We just on two different sides of the field right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You over here with the Lakers, and pause on that. You over here with the Lakers, I'm over here with the Celtics. You green, we green and white. Y'all gold and purple or blue, whatever you want to be.
Appreciate you, bro, man. Thank you so much for calling in. And tell everybody, man, I said what's up, man. DC for life, man. At the end of the day, salute, bro.
And I'll salute, man.
Yeah, you're a mod now, so hey, with mod it comes great power. Have great responsibilities too. So all of the mods, I know for sure it's automatic. They hit the like, they shared the content, they went over to Twitter, they did all of the stuff that we can't see, man. And I wish that Facebook was the same way, where I could just make people mods over Facebook. But I see the enforcers on Facebook, and I really appreciate y'all so much, man. Like Terrence Schwartz and my guy. I see y'all, Addison Ruby, Alan West Jr. Appreciate everybody. This on the Facebook sides of things, man. I just wish that the Stream app can give love to the Facebook people too, like Marvin Hargrove, man. Every day, man, he's sharing stuff. He's letting people know Law Nation is live. He's tagging folks, man. Even Brandon, he may not like Dak Prescott, but man, he loved the show. He's always tagging folks, sharing it, and letting people know where to go, man. So get off my team, man. We getting the ring in 7. Shout out to you, Press, man. Appreciate you. Getting the ring in 7. Who's your team is, Talk? Press. You know who your team is, man. But I would tell y'all, man, regardless of it, man, at least if you are part of those bigger networks and you reach out to me, I'm not saying I'm going to switch up anything, but at least let me see it, and I open it up and be like, oh, okay. I ain't turning down everything now. Come on, man, y'all. The price got to be right. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, okay, As long as I can control my IP, man, I just y'all know how that goes, man. But appreciate y'all so much, man. Even shout out to Bleacher Report. I'm not saying that they are terrible. They're good people over there, great people over there. Warner Bros. And all of those people in their sectors and their circles, man. I really appreciate them. I appreciate Game Time. I appreciate them too, and I appreciate who I'm leaving out. Bookie. DraftKings, all of them. I appreciate all of the people that reached out. Cowboy Nation, And I appreciate .com too, Cowboys.com, and as well as a whole bunch of others that's around the corner there. I appreciate everybody that's tuning in for these type of shows, these marathon type of shows that allow you guys to spit your mind, to speak your mind. Condolences out to my guy, Charles in Charge. You guys may have known of him calling in or what have you. His mom passed away, so if you guys can go to his page and just show love and adulations to him, and let him know that we all one big family here. And Charles in Charge, man, we appreciate him for calling in. When he do get a chance to call in, and we know how those things goes too. Losing a loved one is a terrible situation, right? We're not here to be promised to be here forever. The word says a vapor. We hear only a vapor a second. You just barely see it. And then we'll be on to other things. And hey, everybody may complain about this and that, but ain't everybody saying they rushing to get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody willing to get on up out of here. That's just how it goes. We want to stay here and fight as long as we can, regardless of how good it is on the other side. So we sitting here fighting to be here. And I appreciate y'all so much for all that you guys do for the nation. Be sure to hit that like button, share this content, and let people know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Cowboy Nation, as the world continue to spin, allegedly, right? Some people saying we sitting still. The sun spins around us. Allegedly, we don't know, but we will find out. Just ain't in no haste to find out right about now. Cowboy Nation, life is what it is. The reality of it, Cowboy Nation, is we don't like this team. We love this team. And we want to see this team go down the right way. And these guys, they know it. They fighting. They're going to be out there in the sun. They're going to continue to figure out ways to get better. It reminds me of Michael Parsons saying, hey, I'm going to put on an extra layer of muscles so that I can be ready for their stretch down the line. I tell people all the time, write this down. It's better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than to have the opportunity and not be prepared. Preparation, getting your mind set together to make sure that you can take your game and your level from here to there, right? Oh, he's just lucky. No. Because luck is when preparation meets the opportunity. And what you going to do, ladies and gentlemen, once that opportunity is knocking at your door, you got to be prepared. You got to be ready for it, right? Don't complain about the things that you know that's about to happen. 90% chance rain, and you walking out there without your poncho, without your umbrella, and you get mad that it's raining. No, prepare yourself. Get things in order. Right now is the time to see whether or not your body can work well, moving around with extra 5 to 6 pounds of muscle. Right now is the time to say, hey, instead of going out partying and clubbing and drinking, destroying my liver and kidney, to read upon the good book, right? The playbook, to make sure that you're on the same page with said quarterback, right? And leave no stone unturned from there. It's better to be prepared for it, baby. And the Cowboys, ladies and gentlemen, is doing just that, right? They say success happens in private, failure in full view. You see, no one is there when you're grinding and reading. No one is there when you're studying. No one is there watching you when you're getting it out of the mud. Preparation is what it is. And a lot of people, You see, the thing is, a lot of people don't see the hard work, the sweat equity that you put in. They only looking for the results. But now is the time to do all of the small things, the little things. I said this before and I say it again. A determination, a person with that type of mindset can dig a ditch faster with a spoon than a lazy man can with a crane. Let that sink in. You see, a lot of people look at the object in your hand and they will say, you know, hey, he can't get up out of there with that. No. But when you're determined, nothing can stop you. And that's why you can dig a ditch with a spoon. I said the other day that even a duck can get eaten by a turtle. Somebody hit me up and said, no, Law, it's not true. And then they looked it up and said, you know what, Law, man, you be on it. That turtle was hungry. And for those who are watching right now, how hungry are you? I tell people I got a PhD. Where at, Law? Yes, I'm poor, hungry, and determined to make it happen. And if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired of it, and it makes you hold everything tawdry and cheap, as life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it. If you will gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, and plan for it, and lose all terror of your mind. If you would simply, just simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength and scarcity, with faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity. If neither cold, poverty, or famish, or fame, or sickness of your body or brain can turn you away from the thing you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset, with the help of Almighty Cowboy Nation, you will get it, Cowboy Nation. Let's go. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. Let's go. Luis Ortiz says, and a great quote right there. If you've seen it, if you can see it, you can be it. Vision is powerful, right? Write this down too. I said this before. Those who profit from the blind will never teach them to see, nor inspire them to see. Let that sink in. Let's go. Yes, indeed. You got to always look at it in that aspect too. There's people trying to profit from the blind. There's people getting money from the blind. Come on. But I want you guys to say, give me my theme music. Come on. Hey. Let go. Shout out to all of the callers. Let's get it. I just want to run it up, baby. Can we check or something? Yes. And roll those credits. BJ, appreciate you. DC for life. Patrice, thank you. PZ, appreciate you. Thank you and you. Shout out to everybody that send me things in the mail too. Appreciate y'all. Shout out to the Cash App squad. Appreciate you. Thank you and you and you. Scarcity, baby. Let's go. Appreciate you, Patrice. Rolo. Come on. Hey. Charge it to the game. Shout out to you, David Williams. Thanks for the support. Y'all see the greatest running back in the background. 22. Shout out to you, Jose. Smoke one for you and the dude. Thank y'all for sponsoring this episode. Let's get it. Hey. Not feeling it, baby. Shout out to you, Sadiq. Call it too legit. I've been really in the field, love the rush, I love the feel. Lately I just wanna run it. Let's go. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal. Lately I just wanna run it up. Yeah.
song. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah, I just be off the dome. I never own no chrome.
Hey.
Too many foes and clothes.
Come on.
Yeah. I be at home alone. I be in zones alone. I be on road alone. Yeah. I been
Critical range, gotta do it.
I love the feeling. I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals. I make the deal. Won't have to take it to a million. I just wanna run it up.
But there's also unknown. Things we don't know that we don't know.
Kinda check the song. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Hey.
Count that too.
Come on.
Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Shout out to you, David Williams, for the Cash app. Thank you and you. And you for the support.
Lately, I just wanna.
Boy, look at my guy right here, man. This is Overshown. And I know he's going up against running backs here, but this dude, he's killing it, man. He's killing it. That would be my next video. We would talk about Overshown and his pass rush abilities, and this was, of course.
FBI, open up!
Hey. Him at the Senior Bowl. Look at that. Y'all didn't even know I clicked on this by accident, but it feels like it's part of the show. Building the plane while we in air. That's what we do, baby. Let's get it. Get him, Overshown. Get him. Hey.
Take a drag of
My cigarette.
Bring me out. Bring you in.
Sing it.
Yeah. Take a bite of my burger, babe. Save a last bite for you.
What we tell him, baby?
Don't let the street lights hit you all alone.
It's danger, baby.
You know it's dangerous to go alone. Don't let the street lights hit you. Could I be your player too?
Hey, bro, come on,
Wherever you go, whatever you do, player too. 7 years of the perfect love, 7 more and another one, and another one. Finding you was the one I loved. 7 wonders all in one, all in one. Don't let the street lights hit you all